This man is stealing. He only uses 2 fingers to easily take someone else's phone. Then he lowers his right hand and takes another one with his left. He walks forward pretending to bump into an old man. In an instant, he pulls out his wallet. Then he turns around and takes someone else's sunglasses. A perfect theft is completed. But his skilled technique failed this time. He saw a woman walking out of a hotel, thinking there might be expensive jewelry in her bag. But when he got the bag, he realized there was only a phone inside. Angry, he threw the bag away. Just as he was about to find his next target, a violent explosion erupted behind him. Looking at the gaping hole left by the blast, he panicked and ran straight home. Meanwhile, the police investigated and discovered Mason was the one who discarded the handbag. The next morning, Mason saw himself on the news. Although he had no idea how the explosion was related to him, his instincts told him he couldn't get caught. As he prepared to ride his bike away, the police saw through him. Mason was taken back to the station. They questioned him about placing the bomb. Mason had no idea there was a bomb. To clear his name, he admitted to stealing the bag, but the police didn't believe such a coincidence. However, the officer's years of interrogation experience told him Mason wasn't lying, so he gave him a chance to prove himself. Mason walked toward the officer, using conversation to distract him. He patted the officer's shoulder and walked away. The officer patted his chest to confirm his wallet was still there, but Mason said the money was already gone. The officer didn't believe him and checked his wallet. Sure enough, he stared at the empty wallet in shock. Angrily, he grabbed back his bills and ordered Mason to sit down, but Mason still couldn't fully clear his name. They needed to find the bag's owner. Left with no choice, he cooperated with the police and went to a factory. Hearing movement, the woman immediately fled through the back door. By the time she realized something was wrong, all that remained was her burning car. The officer borrowed a car and took Mason to chase after her. To track her down, Mason checked her photo album and found a picture of her accomplice. He also discovered the bar where he worked, so they waited there in advance. Sure enough, it wasn't long before the man appeared. To avoid being noticed, Mason disguised himself as a customer. With just one glance, a plan formed in his mind. He first played music to create a relaxed atmosphere, then walked to the man's side and slipped his phone into a waiter's pocket. When the man discovered his phone in someone else's pocket, chaos ensued. At that moment, Mason placed a glass on the bar's divider. As soon as the glass fell, Mason seized the opportunity and took his wallet, retrieving the ID card. His plan was perfectly executed. With a new address in hand, the chase began again.